Hello, welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. Okay, don't kill me. For everyone who has been here for a while, don't kill me. I think I changed my mind about the bacon again. The roasted bacon. So I'm roasting bacon, and I think the cold oven method is better. So last time I did the cold oven method, I was like, it's not crispy, so I'm not into it. But then other people were like, just wait. Because some people were like, cook it longer. But I had cooked it till it was like completely, like I like crispy bacon. So it was completely cooked. That wasn't it. But when I let it sit, so the first day, it was good. But the thing is that the subsequent days, and this is the thing, I roast my bacon for the week. So I'll do a pound or 2 pounds of bacon one day like today, and then I'll store it in the fridge all week. And it's fine. I eat it cold right out of the fridge. I don't even warm it up most days, right? I throw it on sandwiches. I put it on salads. I add it to fried rice. I love having it around and having it in the fridge. And I've always turned the oven to 400, preheated while I'm doing the part I'm doing right now. And then I've thrown it in the oven and I've cooked it, and it's great and it's wonderful. But then on TikTok, they were like, no, the cold pan method. So I did it, and it was great. I was like, I don't think it matters. It was fine, whatever. And then at the end, I tasted it, and the bacon tasted like meaty, like chewy meaty. And I was like, oh, no. I like my bacon crispy, so I don't want this. But then I did it a few more times, and I realized that the leftover bacon, so if you're just eating it day of, I still don't think, no cold pan, okay? Or cold oven, just heat up the oven and do regular. But if you're doing what I do, which is batching it, honestly, it stays better if I start it cold. And it definitely renders out more fat. For sure, there's more fat on the thing. Now, every slab of bacon is different. So, some are fattier than others. But now that I've done 10 trays of it since we had this talk, I'm like, no, I think the cold pan method really does render out more fat, which makes sense because the bacon is colder longer, and so it can slowly dissolve. But more importantly, it's crispier the following day than when I do the hot oven method. So my new method is I prep it all, and then I pop it in the oven, and then I turn the oven on to 400. So for the first half of the cooking, it's a cold oven, or it gets up to maybe 250 or 300. It doesn't get to 400 until 15 minutes in probably, or 10 minutes in. My oven takes forever to get to 400. And then I do it for like 30-ish minutes. And I also don't have to turn it as much. When I do it hot, I have to turn the bacon like 2-3 times. So it's also like a little bit of a lazier method. So I'm sorry. I know I've been like hot oven, cold oven. I think I'm landing on it depends. My kids are going to laugh because I'm always like, it depends. It depends. Sometimes it depends. But in this case, it depends. If you are serving it right now, throw it in your hot oven, crispy, turn it. It's great, right? But I think if you're going to use it for the week, prep it first, put it in a cold oven, then turn the oven on. 400, that's what I use, is 400. I use pretty thick sliced bacon though, so it can really tolerate it. If you're using thinner bacon, like super, super paper thin bacon, I would do a lower heat because it's going to burn on you, okay? These are thick, meaty, so they don't burn on me. I do 400 for I put the timer on for 30 minutes, and I might have to flip 1 or 2, but basically it's done. I'll show you. So I set it for 15 minutes, and then I'm just going to rotate my pan because I have a hot spot and a cold spot in my oven. So it just depends on your oven. So I'm going to rotate my pan and then do another 15 minutes, and then I'll show you where we're at. Okay, it comes out of the oven foamy like this. This is after 30 minutes, no flipping. I just rotated the pan after 15 minutes. This was the cold oven. And I just want to show you when I do flip them over is they're crispy on both sides, right? Like this side is just as crispy as the other side. And so it's a much less, it's like hassle free. I don't have to flip. I don't have to really do anything. I just rotated the pan after 15 minutes, left it in for 30, and it's basically done. And this right now, while it's hot, is going to be kind of meaty. which is a texture that I don't love. But as this cools, now I'm going to take it off of here, but as it cools, it's going to become crispy. So I think this is my preferred method now, guys. By the way, I don't leave it in all this grease. I pull it off and put it on paper towel. Because if you leave it here, this will solidify all this grease and it will become, you know, bacon fat, and it will stick all over your bacon. So once these have cooled just for not even a minute or two, then I'm going to pull them off and put them onto a paper towel. I just want to show you, even if you just let it sit for 10-15 minutes and cool off, it becomes crispy and delicious. Well, I take it all back. Cold oven method, I think, is my preferred method. Listen, we're all learning here together in the kitchen, and that includes me. I love you guys.